on the Sofa from our Edinburgh store. We're now open for business. We're very excited to welcome all lovers of tartan back through the door of our shop. And we even have our Edinburgh face mask to wear. Now, come on, Monia, I think you should model one for us. And this evening we wanted to celebrate the shop and delve a little bit more into how we got to where we are today, and just explore some of the story. And it's really nice after months of seeing Monia on a video screen to actually be here with her. So Monia, are you glad to be back after lounging around on furlough for a couple of months?
I am very happy to be back. It's been very strange being at home, and I've missed being in the shop and chatting to all of our lovely customers every day. So I can't wait to share a bit more about what we do in our shop and show you all at home around our shop as well. So Anna, why did you start Scotland Shop in the first place 18 years ago?
18 years, it doesn't seem that long. It's flown by, time flies when you're having fun. I married a farmer, Farmer Neil, and that means you live in a rural area, which I'm not complaining about, it's a beautiful area. But it does mean that the job opportunities are more limited because there's less businesses. So I needed to create myself an interesting and exciting job. And the internet at that stage had just begun and was the ideal way to start a business from your bedroom, which is what I chose to do. And the area where we live, the Scottish borders, the south of Scotland, is very, very famous for its textiles. And I absolutely love Scotland and all that we represent and the quality of what we produce. So I wanted to share all of this with the world. We are really lucky to live where we live, and I think that's particularly apparent at this difficult time. But also that the area has a reputation for the finest textiles, and for cashmere made in Scotland and for woven textiles as well. And we also have one of the most famous colleges of textiles in the borders, right here in the borders, and that's where we recruit a lot of our very brilliant staff, including Monia. So Monia, can you tell us a bit more about Heriot-Watt University?
Of course, it's a beautiful university in Galashiels. So I studied fashion there, and I really couldn't have chosen a better place to go. And the borders just got so much textile history, and I was spoilt during my 4 years, and I really loved touring all the different mills, looking for the perfect quality of fabric. So I just had so many options, it was ridiculous. And the facilities at Heriot-Watt are second to none, so it was incredible learning to knit and screen print and sew there with just the best equipment. An honorary graduate, David Westwood, actually said that about the school, I'm very impressed by the facilities that they have here, and I am sure that there is no college or university in the whole of the British Isles that can come anywhere near to this, and I definitely agree. So I unfortunately didn't get the chance to use any of the looms, but I did get a chance for everything else. The looms are just so specialised that it takes your entire 4 years to learn them alone. But Emily in our marketing team chose to specialise in weave with her textile degree. So she is actually now our resident expert on tartan and weave and tartan design as well.
And Emily used the ScotWeave programme, which was also developed within the university. And that's the programme we use to allow you to drape your tartan on your products. So when you go onto the website and you can see an outline of the product of your jacket or whatever you fancy having, and you can then take your tartan and overlay it. So I think we're probably the only tartan company who offer that service on a kind of interactive basis on the website. So we took that and we adapted it for use on the website. So that was quite an exciting development. I can't remember quite when that was, but it was a good few years ago, and it was an exciting day when we got that up and running. And thanks to Emily, who came up with the idea.
So I joined the Scotland Shop team in May last year, but of course there is a lot of Scotland Shop before I came. So what happened in 17 years before Scotland Shop life as I know it?
lots and lots, and yeah, that's why I think I don't notice that it was actually 17 years. But when we very first began, because my whole ethos was about promoting Scottish products and what we produced in our local area, we started off selling a wider range. We didn't just do textiles at that time. We also sold crafts and gifts, and we also did some food, so things like salmon and haggis and those kind of Scottish specialities. But then after about a year, we decided that we would focus totally on textiles. There were a few reasons. One, because I just love textiles. That's probably my biggest passion. I love the colour, I love the quality of the fabrics and the feel of everything. I really like texture. So we abandoned the crafts and the food, and we were having a lot of trouble. They really tightened up all the customs rules, so we were having lots of trouble getting our haggis into America. So we abandoned that and became purely a textiles company. And as we grew, we then in 2004, again, benefit being married to a farmer because he has old buildings that he doesn't need. So we took the old granary there on Greenhow Farm and turned that into the ScotlandShop HQ. So we still work out of there today. It looks a bit different, and it's got numerous extensions on it as we steadily grew, but that's where it all began. And I had a bit of a shed on the edge of it, and that's me with a sledgehammer. We took that off one weekend, so that was quite good fun. So we've done various things over the years as well. I am a French speaker. I spent a lot of time in Montreal and did a degree in French, or French with marketing, and spent a lot of time in France. So I did a bit of a, as I do, I'm a bit bad for having random ideas. I'll just have a wee translate of the website and see how it goes. And that went really well, and immediately was a great hit. Lots of Celtic connections within France. So that went well, so we then moved on, and we now have a site in German, Italian, and Spanish. So Velma, hello, you're from Germany, you can correct our German for us, because I'm sure there might be one or two errors. But Monia, you're also a very fluent German speaker, aren't you? So Monia's been doing some work as well, just updating the website. So we've been driven very much by the collection, and we sell is driven very much by our customers. So things like we introduced our custom-made tartan shoes, and they began because we had lots of wedding. Emily, that is a terrible photo, and I told you not to put that on. Yes, we did some wedding shoes because we were asked for them by a customer. So we went out and we found somebody who could make them for us, and we had a great relationship with a lovely lady called June Graham. She's retired now, but she was a wedding shoe. She used to you could take the same satin or silk that you were using for your wedding dress to her, and she'd make your shoes. So we then gave her tartan, and she could make shoes in tartan. So that's where the tartan shoes began, and obviously that range has grown hugely and is a big part of what we do now. And the tailoring element, we didn't initially offer the full range of tailoring of jackets and things like that. It was 2011 before we introduced that side of the business. And again, that was demand from the customers. And when we introduced that, we tried to set ourselves apart, I suppose, in that we offer lots and lots of different options. So not only do you choose what tartan you want, what style of jacket you want, but you can choose your lining, your buttons, the whole shebang. And I know that's what you love in the shop, isn't it, Monia?
My favourite part.
Helping people to choose all of those details. Other things, we love our people. We're like a big family at ScotlandShop. And Oren joined us as a 16-year-old. I don't know if any of you have spoken to him on the phone. He's very, very good on customer service and stock. And Oren won Apprentice of the Year in 2015. It was really exciting that we could bring some young person on with us in that way, and he's still with us now, so we can't that much. Lots and lots of changes, and then in 2017, 1st of August, we opened the shop here in Edinburgh, which was a really exciting day. And you see there in a photo us cutting the ribbon. So there with me is my husband Neil in the Pride of Scotland silver suit. I do love that suit. Me looking fairly bedraggled because I'd been up until 4:30 a.m. hoovering, getting everything ready. And there we have Doddy Weir, our lovely Doddy. Emily designed the Doddy's tartan, and Doddy, if you don't know him, is an international rugby player, Scottish rugby player, or was in his day. And we were very honoured to have him here, and we have a whole range of Doddy's products on the website as well. So a childhood friend of mine, but really lovely to have him there when we to mark that milestone. So that's a little bit of our story of how we got to where we are today, sitting here in the shop.
So after so long of selling online, what made you open a shop?
Yeah, it was a lot of people have said, oh, it's a bit of a brave decision, because 2017 was, I suppose, around that time when the high street was really starting to decline. And so it's probably a bit of a brave move, and maybe if I'd known what was coming in 2020 I wouldn't have done it, but that's not true. I would always have done it, and I love the shop. It's a huge part of what we do. And the shop was driven just like the product, you know, it was driven by what do people want, and our customers were saying, where can we come and see you? Can we come and be measured? Where can we see the full collection? We want to touch everything, we want to feel everything, we want to try it on, and that's where it came from. People wanted it, they asked us for it. And it's been really lovely just to put everything into one place, to see everything laid out and all the different products. And we wanted to offer an experience. We wanted to offer something a little bit different, not just any old shop. We wanted to have really highly qualified, passionate staff like yourself, who really know their stuff, who love their textiles. And this is why, like, these seats we're sitting in are dotted around the shop. So Rebecca, I can see you coming to see us. Hello. Can't wait to have you in the shop. Now you can sit in one of these comfy seats and flick through your book, or just have a rest or have a chat with us and tell us all about your heritage. And we've tried to create areas within where you can just relax. We have a lovely big counter, and you can sit up at the counter and just spend 2 hours flicking through swatch books if that's what you want to do. So that's what kind of different things we've done here to make it feel a little bit like a destination and somewhere special.
So why, out of everywhere in the world, did you choose Edinburgh, and why specifically Queensferry Street within the capital?
So why Edinburgh? Because Edinburgh is a really special place, known worldwide. Everyone, if you say Edinburgh, goes, oh, Edinburgh. And even if they've not been, they know it's an amazing city, and it has a great reputation, and it has history, and it has atmosphere, and it's just a really special place. I used to live here myself, and I just love the city. But it's got great visitor numbers. We have lots of customers from around the world, and lots of people come to Edinburgh to visit. So it's a great way of meeting those people as well. We've got an international airport. It's also easy for us. We only are an hour, our HQ is only an hour south of here, so it's nice and easy in that way. But yeah, it has a real place in my heart, Edinburgh. If you so Princess Street, the most popular street in the city, and you're just the end of Princess Street, so it's really accessible. It's really easy to get to. We could have got there. It's got some different tartan shops and Scottish shops up there, but because we felt this need to create a destination to be a little bit different, to create something different, we just did not to go there and to be somewhere a little bit. You did a tour of the shop for us, didn't you?
Yes, just to show everyone around. So we've got a little video. So I think at the start of it, it's as if you're coming through our front door. And it doesn't seem to be for us. So I think see lovely shoes. Our shoes are very proud trainers for new. Those in Italy, of course, have them in the Edinburgh, which is my favourite. So as we move around the shop, see the amount of tartans we've got on that tiny fraction of everything. We don't have hundreds. So this is barely surface. We've only got a few parts in the shop. Right. So we're working down, and you can see right at the back the giant wall. Is obviously everybody wants the cushions right at the top. It's very difficult, but I think it looks lovely, different colours. You can see just a full range of tartans there, which is really nice. So at the back of the shop, in one of our comfy chairs, is Anna showing how our customers often look through watch books. And we did actually have a woman who spent 4 hours choosing her tartan, and it was a long tea break in the middle, and it didn't hurt at all. So on our little display there, we've also got the Edinburgh tartan, which you can see on a mannequin, and it's one of our favourites, obviously being in Edinburgh, it's a very special tartan to us. So then moving into menswear, and we've got all of our many ties there. So we have as many as possible just to show you the options, but even that's not all of them. There's Anna in our Edinburgh throne, and that's popular with our overseas visitors. You can you're queen of Edinburgh for the day, which is really nice. This is our Highland section. You see our lovely old accessories of our Charlie jackets, our Argyle jackets. You can see how different everything is. You can completely make your own outfit and be very unique with it. So then I think we move on to our lovely wide counter, where again people spend ages with. Not just the fabric choices you've got, the tartan choices, you've actually got buttons and linings, and that's what people so long to choose their perfect outfit. So in all these tiny drawers behind our counter that's split into different lines, we've got hundreds of swaps, so you can see variations of each tartan. And then right at the front of the shop is our giant clan map. So once you find which clan you belong, you can find where in Scotland clan came from. And at the bottom there is our clan of month section. So it was Gordon, and I think today it changed over Campbell.
Yes, we're all becoming experts on Campbell. So what's it like to work in the shop? Who do you get in? What's your day like?
And every day is very different. Like Anna said, so many lovely visitors from over the world. We just never know who's going to come to us. So we get people, quite a lot of Americans, coming to find their clan history. We actually had a woman long after I'd started. She was a lovely lady who had come over to Scotland just to find out about her history and to visit some of her ancestors, and just to feel what it was like for them to live in Scotland. And so she just as she was leaving, and she actually decided, she was telling us that she'd go home to America, pack up her whole life and move to Scotland. I'm in love with the place. I don't blame her one bit.
Oh, there's lots of people say that. Yeah. And they're just like, oh, just love
never
it
want
here.
to leave again.
And Lee saying, I can see your comment there, hello, saying that you're going to spend a lot of time in the shop. You will. It's really nice. It just has a nice feel to it.
I think that's one of your parts, is just to rather than hearing either in Edinburgh what they're doing for things. Yeah. We do a lot of men appointment jobs, so can do everything from graduation outfits to full care of this wedding party. So we see different people, a lot of different outfits. We once had a gentleman come in he wasn't sure his tartan, he was a bit scared of tartan suit, but by the end he'd got an orange tartan waistcoat and trousers, 5 different cushions on his waistcoat, pink tie and pocket go with it. So he just fully embraced his tartan
He was
love by the end of it.
McGregor, wasn't he?
He was McGregor.
Close to my heart. McGregor.
So we also, because the shop has been closed, we've not been able to meet everyone for appointments. We've done virtual appointments as well. So we've got a little video just of me demonstrating what it would be like for virtual appointments. So usually use a mannequin just to show you how to do your measurements. I can make sure you're doing them correctly, and just talk you through everything. It can be quite daunting, quite difficult to measure for time. And then we can push a button and try this, and that's the way to do the whole process as if you're in person.
It's quite good that as well, because you can measure if you're there and you're measuring for your outfit, and then we say, no, I've got that tape a bit too low or a bit too high. So
quite often the point you can't tell if it's squint on yourself. You can always point that out.
We always have good on our virtual appointments. So just we do like a chat.
We do.
So the question was, how does it feel to be reopened? And it's lots of people in the street, and I've been talking to them, are saying feeling there, and it is really like open again, because since we opened the shop on the 1st of August 2017, it's never been shut, because we're open 7 week and had to lock the door up and in and out just to check the building and stop and things. It's felt so sad and so empty. It's not, so it's really great to be open again, and kind of the shop not operating, the right arm's being chopped off. So it's really nice. It's really good to have it back up and running again and have one back in store. And we're obviously there is always the fear that we've got any customers that people won't dare come out, but we've already had some, so that's great. And we've got lots of features in place, so that's Monday, what have we been getting ready for everybody so they're safe to see us.
So we spent a whole week before we opened, and so we got stickers on the floors reminding to do this 2 metre social distancing. We've got lots of signs up. We have got our hand sanitizer at the front door, and just to help everyone stay safe. But we are wiping changing rooms, door handles, everything like that for every use. So if he buys any clothes on and doesn't buy, then we are hanging them downstairs in our stockroom for 72 hours just to stay extra safe. We're using a lot of contactless and cards, just so we don't have to have cash changing hands, just to be an extra safe. But our extra wide counter does us stay to be back, because sometimes it can be difficult to remember that we're actually still in a pandemic. Yes. But if you still feel a bit uncomfortable, then you can shop online and pre-order. Always just collect it in the shop if you want to wait shipping and you don't want to break it safe.
Yeah, got masks and full PPE masks as well. So we've got you covered, really committed to making sure you're safe, and also that our staff are safe. It's really important to us. So we've been out and about chatting to all our neighbours and just making sure the community is pulling together. So we have a face on it, and it's been really nice catching up with them and speaking to them again. And I have a bit of a story about our very closest neighbour, which is Jan de Vries. And they came the very first day when I was here, and I was just about to take the keys out of the hand of the estate agent, and the owner of Jan de Vries came storming in the door, very, very cross that water was in Edinburgh chucking rain that day, and she was very cross. The water was pouring down the walls of her shop, and she basically said the gut on that would cause problems. She wasn't very happy. I'm delighted to say the relationship has been very smooth since then, very good. We need a source of vitamins and supplement help, and then that is definitely the place to go. And they're also very handy, lending us a till every now and then.
Definitely. Yeah, we're actually a very healthy street. So we've got Run and Become, which is actually Anna's favourite shop, just down the road. You were checking them out this afternoon, weren't you?
I was. They had a queue outside their shop. Everyone, I think, topping up all their sports gear. But yes, I was looking to get a new pair of trainers because I think I've worn mine out during with my Corona running plan that I've been doing. So yeah, but the West End's really foodie, isn't it? Where's your favourite place to eat, Monia? Where do you go for your lunch?
Do love Ross Bagel for my lunch. It's just down the street from us, so it's nice and quick and easy. And they have actually opened for pre-order, so it's a contactless pickup, which is great, and we were all very happy about that last week. So we did a pre-order and pick-up last week, just before we opened the shop, just to get our bagel fixed. So that was really nice.
Yeah, they did rainbow bagels, so in the NHS, and they were all rainbow coloured. It was very cool. Yeah, and if you want to be mega healthy, you can go around the corner to Roots for a nice salad. They're very tasty, and they're doing lovely veggie boxes and things just now as well. So if you're local and you need to top up, then that's a place to go just now. But my favourites for lunch, hopefully not open yet, but which we will be soon. L'escargot, which is just a few doors down, and they're a French-Scottish restaurant. Do some lovely local produce and nice fish and things. But they did the food for us when we opened the shop, and they served lots of lovely nibbles. They have these amazing big wooden platters. Well, the backshots of whiskey barrels is what is used as their so they're really heavy stuff of the so anyway, they're really did some amazing. Their food is delicious. And also their waiters are very funny. It's a waiter sales trick. My little hidden secret is the convenience store across the street, where if you're really late and we come out, if you're really busy and we've been working late and I'm starving, which I always am, and you can probably do the most amazing samosas. You would never imagine from looking outside that they have those hidden in the back of the shop. But also it's famous for accommodation, isn't it, this end of town? This is where lots of people stay. So lots of our visitor tourists stay in the centre of town. So where do you think your boyfriend should take you for a nice romantic night?
I would definitely not say no to the Bonham, which is close. It's just a touch of luxury. It's so beautiful. I've been in a couple of times to chat to the concierge and just a little visit, and it's just amazing in there. Everyone is so friendly. So that's my definite wish list.
On the wish list.
Yeah.
James, I hope you're listening. Yeah, no, there's so many. There's lots of lovely little boutique hotels, and just smaller kind of self-catering accommodation types places, and then lovely big hotels. We've got the Waldorf Astoria in the corner, the Angel Shares just round the corner. There's some really lovely places to stay, and I think they're all hoping to go around 50 flies. Look forward to welcoming lots of visitors back to the city. Exciting. And if you fancy it, at the top of the street, not just now, but they'll be starting up as soon as I'm sure you can hail night away every single week. Can't Friday or Saturday night?
Yeah, it might. I think it's both songs, but yeah, it's worth looking at.
So Rebecca, I know you're coming to Edinburgh, so you definitely need to go for a Keeley night at the Gilly. It's
Absolutely.
really fun. It's good to do. I feel like a whiskey then. Who do you settle on you?
I always recommend it's right opposite us. It was really defined for visitors who don't know very well. It's sort of an underground little. They've got an amazing, really lovely atmosphere. It's great to go for a drive.
A bit of haggis in there as well. Like they do nice platters. So there you go. That's our insight into Edinburgh shop here. How we are. Hope I give you a little bit of our story. And I have to step forward because my eyesight is bad. And some of your questions. We've got
Reduced the COVID pandemic now Tuesday to Saturday, and we're open 10 until 6 p.m. So before lockdown, we were open 7 days a week. So it's slightly reduced hours just now, which is a shame. But
we'll move up to 7 days as soon as we're busy again. Keep an eye on our Facebook and things like that, where we would post we'll post once we go back to normal in 7 days a week. But yeah, here's Tuesday to Saturday. So does he need an appointment?
I often get booking in, especially if people are out and about and didn't have anything planned and spotted us, or weren't sure what time they'd be in Edinburgh. So we always try to accommodate. If we are busy, most people are happy to wait, and we do have our comfy sofas. So you're welcome to have a sit and a browse through all of our swatch books as well, and just get a head start on choosing pattern. But no appointment is necessary. But if you do want one, then you can call us or book online, and then we'll definitely know you're coming.
What about if we've got something if they want about appointment because we can't travel just now? How do you book a virtual appointment?
So again, you can call us, but you could also book through our website. You can put on, and that'll just ask a few details. And if you give us as much information, so what you're looking for, your time, things like that, and then we can prepare for you and have all your options ready.
And Rebecca, I know you asked this before, so just to share with everyone, Rebecca was wondering whether we can ship things so she gets overexcited when she's shopping. Can we ship it home with the spare suitcase? Absolutely, that's no problem at all. And we ship all over the world, so we can certainly arrange for you, and we either do that with FedEx or whatever suits you, and we can certainly do that. That's easy to do. And in with that is the tax-free question. So you have special forms, don't you, behind the counter that you can fill out so that people can get tax-free.
So if you have a space in your suitcase and you do want to take it home with you that day, then we just give you forms. So we'll do our product for you. When you get to the hotel, then you can just fill out all your passport details, things like that. And then you just post it in a little post box at the airport, and they do the rest for you and refund your tax.
Yeah, so nice and easy. We've got a question. Excuse me while I stand up. My eyesight is terrible. Louise, she's at Ramsden, Highland Games, or Florida. Yeah, so the plan, well, we would love to go to Grandfather Highland Games. It's not actually hard for us, but we apply every year. Okay? But no, definitely as soon as everything is game and we can travel, and Emily is, if you've met Emily, she is in charge of organising all the overseas trips. She can't wait to get back out on the road, and so I know that there's a little plan to do Dunedin Highland Game members. So probably second will certainly the plan. And again, there's also an event page on the website, so we keep that up to date with exactly what we're up to, where we're going to be, and everything that we're doing. So we can't wait. We're dying to get out, much as we love Scotland. So, final question I think that we've got, so I'm just having a look, is about how do you get to the shop? What's the easiest way to?
So it depends where you're coming from, but it's really easy shopping on Princess Street. Then we are walking on Princess Street. Otherwise, walking right side of the shop, so no walking needed there. And we've also got a tram stop around the corner as well, so that's very efficient. A lot of people to use that. That goes straight from the airport. So if you've got something before you need to book into your hotel, just come straight to us from the airport.
Yeah, we've had people arrive with all their suitcases.
Oh yes.
Stopping, coming.
Desperate for their tartan.
Exactly. And that's no problem. We've got room in the shop, so we can always pop your things behind the counter while you browse. So I think that's maybe us, is it? And that's all questions answered. Thank you for joining us. It reminds me the great experience I had running and building this business, and it's really nice doing it with Monia and having good people around us. It makes it all much more fun, and all you lovely customers are what makes it for us. So thank you for joining us. Next, we're going to golfing. So Scotland is the home of golf. So we're going to talk about the history, the fashion through the years. Monia and I are not going to demonstrate because we're not that good at golf, are we, Monia? But
Crazy golf maybe.
yeah, crazy golf would be that. But no. My husband is an avid golfer, so I'm sure he will be contributing to the chat. So thank you for joining us. Forward to next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, same time, same place. All about golf. See you then.